အောက်ပိုင်းပလာနာထိကိုတုံးလုံးသူတို့ရဲ့အင်္ဂါတွေကိုခံပြီးကျွန်မကိုပြတယ်
The International Tribunal organization held an event on crimes against women of Burma, where 12 Burmese women gave their testimonies on their lives in Burma, also known as Myanmar, and how they struggled to stay alive.
And the stories finally come out. 12 women who were raped and tortured under the Burmese military regime give their testimonies on survival. These cases remind us that their stories are not isolated. It happens all the time.
Because there are no fair trials in Burma, today we hold a mock trial where Burmese women can present the crimes committed to them freely. Everyone will be able to know just how horrible the military regime actually is.
The women cried as they reminisced about their lives in Burma. Facing great brutality, some even talked about how they watched their family members get burned alive. Forced out of their homes, put into child labor, and sexually assaulted, the women give their stories because they wanted the world to know about the inhumane treatment that came from the Burmese military regime, they say. And the women say that their concerns for their native land grow. There were interpreters who translated languages in English, Burmese, Karen, and in Farsi. People were distraught and worried hearing about the crimes that the women faced. Although the stories were a little different, the messages were simple: to let the international world know about the crimes and felonies against women in Burma, and they hope better lives for the future generations. Does a better future wait for these women? One of the judges on stage say that the attacks by the military regime are attacks against humanity. The Burmese government failed to protect their citizens, and that in itself is a crime, he said. These women are facing tough trials as they seek justice against impunity.
Some of the state agents themselves are perpetrators of crimes. And we've heard today, as well as from other sources, that some uniformed personnel have raped women, they kidnap people, they force them into forced labor situations, forced portraiture, as well as all kinds of persecution and displacement. So that's a commission situation in regard to commission of a crime against people by the state authorities.
Nonetheless, 1997 Nobel laureate Jody Williams says that it is essential that the testimonies were given by these women, as more and more people would be aware of the crimes against the women of Burma, and action then could be taken against the military junta.
For us to give a big platform to the women who have come to speak, and through their stories, they are also telling the stories of other women of Burma. Through their stories, they are telling the story of the peoples of Burma and what they have suffered under the military regime.
Ethnic groups are still trying to fight the military regime and be self-governed. Crimes against humanity are war crimes, the judges had said. The women who testified were victims of rape, sexual violence, enslavement, trafficking, and imprisonment. These women are now speaking up and taking a stand for not just themselves, but for the future generations of young women in Burma and everywhere else. For Voice of America, I'm Kaylin.